We are here. It's official. Miss J is on YouTube. That is still very crazy because, girl, what? I should have been started this thing. Should have been started. But we are not harping on the past, okay? We are here now. I am really, really excited. Yeah, I thought I could just say forget content, forget sharing my story, but obviously that is not the case. So, welcome to my channel. If you are an OG, like if you've been with me since School of Life podcast in my closet in Huntsville, Alabama days, I love you. If you are new though, you're going to love it here, and I am going to grow to love you as well. Actually, I already love you because welcome. I wanted to take this time to introduce myself, to share more about what brought me to YouTube, talk a little bit about what season I'm in my life, and what you can expect along the way. I do want to ask though, forgive me in advance. I'm still getting used to the setup. I feel like anytime I move, this amazing camera and microphone picks up the sound. So let me know how the sound is on your end. During my test runs, everything sounded good, but you can never be too sure. So let's get into it. The life Jay lives. I still can't believe I'm on YouTube. Like, girl, what? I'm always doing something. But you know what? I feel that I have to be doing this. Like, I don't want to get all spiritual because, I don't need to. But I just feel like this is what I need to be doing. So here we are. Let's get into it. I am going to answer one, two, three, five questions. And I do have my notes because your girl likes to be prepared. I'm going to answer five questions for you to get to know me in this season. So here we go. Who am I? I am Jacqueline A. Washington. I go by Jaye or Miss J on social media. I was born and raised in Birmingham, Alabama, very much a Southern belle. Um, I am the oldest child. Do with that information what you will. And I left Birmingham at 18 to attend college in Delaware, and I have not lived back in Birmingham since then. I went to college at Delaware State University. I have 2 degrees, period. A master's degree in communications and a bachelor's degree in communications and a master's degree in public administration. See, I got too excited. Both from Delaware State University. Started my career in Delaware. It was cool. It was amazing. But got a little homesick because all of my family was still down south in Alabama. So moved back to Alabama, but Huntsville, Alabama for a very amazing job that I'll do a story time on. Well, I've already recorded a story time, so I'll share it soon. Um, and then after that job, came to Georgia for a job. So I've been in Georgia since 2019. Lived in Florida a little bit during the pandemic, but came back in 2021. So this is where I am. March will make 4 years here, which is crazy. 4 years back, but I really enjoy it. I live right in Atlanta. So yeah, it's cool. That's a little bit about who I am. Oh, fun facts. My favorite color is purple, although I don't like wearing purple. I don't know why. And I don't like purple things. Like, my nails right now are this pinkish color. Let's see. I'm going to get a fill in tomorrow. Like the pink glitter, you can see. My phone case is pink. Like some of the accessories on my desk are pink. I don't know, but purple is that girl. Like, that's my girl. And my favorite movie is The Princess and the Frog, y'all. When Ray died, wait a minute. Because why would they kill Ray? I'm getting emotional. If you know, you know. That is my all-time favorite movie. And the more you get to know me, the more you'll see why. Like, I am very much get it out the mud, work hard, nothing has been given, have to be twice as good. Like, all of that is very much me. I am Princess Tiana. So I resonate with the movie so much. And obviously, Ray dying is the saddest part. So we may have to do a little movie night because I love the movie. What other fun facts? I told you I'm the oldest. Oh, I'm not gonna tell you my zodiac because I'm gonna leave some mystery. Outside of that, very, very ambitious. Like, I probably work too hard, but we'll unpack all of that another day. So yeah, that is who Miss J is. Second question, what do I do for work and in my personal life? So I currently work as the Director of Programs and Initiatives at the National Association of Investment Companies. And the only reason I don't mind sharing that publicly is because people can look me up on LinkedIn, and I am in the public for my job. So yeah, essentially, I work for a trade association that advocates on behalf of diverse um, private equity managers. And I'm going to do a whole series on what private equity even is, because just 2.5 years ago, I had no idea. Like, I had heard the terms, but I was like, that's some rich white people stuff. But yeah, I work in the private equity space. My primary job is overseeing and directing all of my organization's programs and initiatives that help diverse private equity managers get access to more capital, because they do not get the same amount of access that their counterparts get. So, a very amazing job. I've really grown to love what I do and the impact I'm able to make at this level, and just the exposure. Like, oh my gosh, I am literally a girl from Birmingham, Alabama. Very humble beginnings. Came from nothing. Didn't go to a prestigious school, but worked really hard for the 2 degrees that I do have. And I get to work in a space that is most often gate kept. So I'll share a little bit of work content on the channel, not a whole bunch, just because I don't want to tie the channel to my work life. But I do think that the industry itself needs more exposure to people who look like me. So yeah, I'll do a little bit of that. In my personal life, I do a lot. So I am a real estate investor. I own one rental property here in Atlanta, building generational wealth. It used to be an Airbnb. Child, I got Airbnb stories for days. It technically is still an Airbnb, but we rent it out to one person, and then she does Airbnb. She just pays us her rent every month on time. And I'm not going to say I don't care what she does with the property. We rented it out knowing that she would Airbnb. So I am enjoying the process, because I don't remember. I think my great aunt was the only person in my family that's owned a house. That's the last person I remember. So just all of the dynamics of me being who I am and being able to be a property manager at this. I'm a landlord. I guess a property manager as well. It's just crazy. So I'm a real estate investor. I'm also the chapter president of the Black Women Invest chapter of Atlanta. Amazing organization, 14,000 women strong. The organization exists to expose and assist Black women with getting the knowledge, the tools, the resources they need to become smarter, more confident investors. I am so excited about this opportunity because it's fairly new. Well, it is very new. But I'm not new to the organization. I joined in March of 2024, and I have been able to see it grow. I've been able to see some of the challenges here in Atlanta, because Atlanta is Atlanta. And so being able to step into a leadership role with the organization, I'm really, really excited about, because over the last year and a half, have just grown so passionate about educating people about the life that they can live. Like, I'm not saying everybody needs to go and want to have goals to buy a yacht and all of that stuff. I mean, you can, that's cool too. But literally just having financial freedom, knowing how to make your money work for you. I know investing and generational wealth are these buzzwords. Sometimes I hate that I'm even tied to them. Let me not say that. I hate the connotation that comes with being tied to them. I don't hate being tied to them. But I am really working to help people really understand what it means and how your life can look so different. Like, we were not born just to live and work and die. Like, please, girl, please, we got life to live. So I would definitely be sharing about some of those adventures here on the channel, especially because we are kind of revamping the Atlanta chapter. And so excited. If you're in Atlanta, girl, let me know in the comments, because I want you to come to our event. Side note, our first event is March 15th. It is a brunch. And it's not the average brunch. It's a real deal brunch. Real deal information, not the girl boss rah rah type of vibe. So yes, I'm a real estate investor, chapter president of Black Women Invest. I quite literally yesterday just got my acceptance for the Ladies Athletic Club of Atlanta. So I am super, super new. I haven't even had my onboarding call. Even when this video goes up, I wouldn't have had my onboarding call. However, I am really excited about this organization because I'm working to build my Atlanta social capital, as I'm calling it. I used to be very, very, very involved in the community in Delaware. Um, and I think it's because I just built my network there. And so organizations like the Ladies Athletic Club of Atlanta would give me the opportunity to network, to build that social capital I was talking about, but also to be fit. Like, gotta get the big fat gone. And then another thing in my personal life, I was a podcaster. I guess it's not important anymore. Newsflash, if you hadn't seen my Instagram stories, I have shut down the School of Life podcast. I podcasted for, is that a word? I think that's the word. I ran my podcast for 5 years, so from 2019 to 2024. And wasn't always consistent, especially during the pandemic, was mostly consistent. But I'm no longer a podcaster. However, announcements. I am now helping other women produce their podcast shows. So I'm looking forward to all that brings. Um, and I think that's all of a personal life. Like, I'm always doing something, but in this season of my life, I really, really, really am trying to slow down and not do too much. But that's hard for me. Like, y'all will learn. I'm always doing something. Speaking of this season of my life, where am I in this season of my life? Long story short, I was really pondering on this question, like, girl, where are you? Quite honestly, I am in a season where I finally feel that I know my identity. And I am confidently and boldly walking into what that identity looks like. When I say identity, all my life, up until I'm going to say 18, it was go to college, go to school, make good grades, go to college, get a good job, start a family, right? And so that's what it was ingrained in my head. I always made good grades. I did make a B until grad school, and I was like, oh, but so much of who I was rooted in I have to get to college, make good grades so I can get a good job. And then post college, it was keep that good job, focus on, being found by your husband, start a family. Of course, have your goals and all of that, but it was everything about who I have been for the last, I'm going to say, maybe 28 years, because I'm now 29, was rooted in like what I've been told, who I have been told to be. And for the very first time in my life, I feel that I am in a season where I know who I am without anyone having to tell me or without being influenced by what people tell me. And I'm confident in who I am and how I show up. Because it's one thing to know, but to be confident in it and show up in it is a whole nother level. And so that is where I'm at. I am living and breathing and sitting in this comfortable space of almost redefining who I am, on my own terms. And that is one reason that I am here on YouTube, which is my fourth question, what brought me to YouTube. I want to be able to continue to authentically share more about who I am and my journey and how I've literally come from nothing, zero, and made a life that I am so, so, so proud of. A life that little me just, like, I get emotional thinking about it because you just really have to know where it started from. Like, I know I'm all glammed up now, looking all cute and all the things, but when you talk about humble beginnings, the humblest, just just godly. My guardian angel, she worked overtime for me. And so I feel that the least I can do is inspire others to stay the course, to work hard. I came to YouTube because over the last year, with exploring being on TikTok and being on Instagram, I've been on Instagram for the last couple of years. I just learned that I'm more of a long form content creator. I'm very much like, let's chit chat, let's sit down. I have amassed a ton of knowledge that I love sharing with people, and I don't want to do that by doing a little 1-2 hippity hop bop just to get your attention on TikTok. Like, please, I'm not learning another dance. I don't want to learn another hook. Like, all of that was too much. And then on Instagram, it just gives me the ick. Like, I still post there, but the whole app, like, let's just go back to how we were in 2013, 2012. So yeah, that's what brought me to YouTube. One, this season of my life, realizing how important it is and how pivotal it is, and just wanting to document that for my own being. But two, knowing the importance of sharing knowledge and sharing stories and just being a source of motivation, inspiration, knowledge for other people who look like me, who may be in similar situations that I have been. So I'm really looking forward to what my channel grows into. Um, yeah, that's why I'm here. And then my last question: what can people expect from me? Good question. I'm saying that like I didn't write the questions. Thank you for that question. I would say people can expect authenticity. Now, I'm not posting all of my life, okay? Like, it gets weird on the internet sometimes. I've seen how people act with other creators, especially once they get to a certain level. But I do promise to always be authentic. Honestly, I don't know how to be anything else. Like, this is how I show up. This is how I show up at work, at the board meeting, at wherever I'm at. This is how I show up. So we're gonna always be authentic. And even in that authenticity, a part of it is like literally this camera is set up in my office. I don't have a fancy YouTube space just yet. And I may not even get to the fancy level. I just want to share the knowledge, share the wisdom, share my love and light. Like, we're gonna be authentic around here. So you can expect some authenticity, real, all of that. Secondly, you can expect knowledge. If you like learning, if you want to learn, then this is the place for you. When I say knowledge, I more so mean life knowledge. So I have never and will never proclaim to know everything. However, I have accepted, very humbly accepted, that the life I have lived in these 29 years has been so full of wisdom and life lessons that some people my age and around my age don't learn until later, that it is my responsibility to share. And so if you are someone who is committed to personal development, or that's the season of life that you're in, there'll be a lot of knowledge around just navigating life. Like, how do you advocate for a pay raise when the odds are stacked against you? How do you negotiate a sign-on bonus? Like, how do you really do these things? How do you effectively job hop? What does it mean to job hop? How do you network? How do you curl your hair? Like, you see the curls? Literally just knowledge. I'm not committed to just any one particular topic. But I'll just be sharing things that I've learned throughout life that people tell me are just so not normal. They're like, girl, you know so much. And then in addition to knowledge about life, I will be sharing more about the private equity space, venture capital, what it is, how to get access, like how you can get your kids started if you have kids. It's not too late for people who are my age, but it's a hard path. And so I have become very passionate about people having the education around what that even looks like, because don't cancel me, I'm just getting started. Kids need more options than teaching and social work and some of those careers. Nothing against them. Obviously, we need those careers. But when you are a kid in poverty, you need a job that's going to pay you some money so that you can live a comfortable life and not repeat the cycles. So I'll talk a lot about that on my channel. Um, we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna share some vlogs every week. So my channel style, this is another expectation, is two long form pieces of content, two videos per week basically. This is long form, the whole YouTube platform, and then shorts throughout the week. Most of the shorts that are already posted on my page are old TikToks that I'm having AI just automatically post. Shout out to repurpose.io. I paid the $35 and it's automatic. Thank God. If you found me from one of those shorts, let me know because I love knowing that my investment has paid off. But every week I'll sit down and do a chit chat, and my chit chats will be the like knowledge sharing, what's kind of going on in my life, what's on my mind, what's on my heart, just whatever I'm feeling. Chit chat, because I'm very much a chit chatter. And then in addition to my weekly chit chats, which will be released on Sundays, we'll have a weekly vlog that's released on Wednesdays. So that is my commitments. Hold me to it, hold me to it. And then lastly, as an expectation, you can expect to grow. Like in all of this, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna kiki, like all of that. We're gonna have a real good time. But my life, I exist in this body and mind and spirit truly to help other people grow. And I knew that my purpose, one of my purposes, because I have multiple, was to help people at an early age. I did not know what that meant or how it looked. And there are definitely more ways I plan to help people outside of YouTube. Um, but in this space, one big expectation is growth, whether it's personal development, because I will talk about like my therapy journey and how I've grown as a person. Because me 5 years ago, please, please, y'all wouldn't have liked her. Well, y'all probably would have, but I'm just such a healed, just I'm really that girl. I really am. So if you committed to personal growth, you'll grow there. Financial growth, I mean, I used to spend money recklessly, but I had to learn the hard way. So I'll talk about that. So if you want to grow financially, this is the place. I don't proclaim to know it all, but I will share what has worked for me. If you want to grow in your relationship, I got you, because going to therapy has helped level set so much for me when it comes to relationships, both platonic and romantic. Just grow. Like, we gonna grow. So we gonna have fun. I'm gonna do some knowledge sharing. You can expect two videos a week, one chit chat style, one vlog, shorts in between. And then you can expect to grow in all areas of your life. Lastly, on the topic of what you can expect, I had to get to the point where I realized I really am the niche. And I know there are content coaches and creators that's like, no, you have to niche down and then go broad. I tried that and it just doesn't work for me, because I am a multi hyphenate, multi layered, multi talented individual. And I've accepted that those who aren't don't fully understand how to show up that way, which is why I'm going to show up that way right here on YouTube. That's also why TikTok wasn't working as well as I hoped as well as I had hoped it would, because you really do have to niche down for TikTok. And I'm just not a niche down girl, because I am the niche. You get me? Alright, so this video is longer than I wanted it to be. I was trying to be right at 30 minutes. I think I'm right there. But I wanted to take this time to formally introduce myself to the YouTube space. I'm excited. This feels very natural. It feels like where I'm supposed to be. I hate that I waited so long, but we are here now. So buckle up, Buttercup. You are in for a ride. I would love to learn more about you. Let me know where you live. No, you don't have to say what you do for work, because I know some of you hate your jobs, and that's cool. But let me know what you do in your personal life. Are you the oldest child? Because if you're the oldest, girl, My heart goes out to you. And let me know what you want to hear about, like hear more about, especially if you're an OG follower. Like if you know where we started and you remember a story I told and I need to bring it here, please let me know. Other than that, thank y'all for welcoming me. This is going to be an amazing ride. I'm looking forward to growing, evolving, getting to a true place of happiness, and just really defining life on our own terms. Until next time, bye.